17th century in a small village on the east coast of Scotland. It's 1791. A storm is raging, and a desperate man stands poised at the edge of a cliff.
Mr. Smith! Is it you up there? Come back from the edge, man! The cliffs are dangerous here! Leave me in peace! God help us! I'm coming up! Will you leave me? Are you mad? This wind could have you over in a moment! Get back! You'll have both of us over! Come down! Mr. Smith, come! Give me your hand! Please! Take my hand! There. It's a wee bit more sheltered here. You'll forgive me, but it's madness for a man to be up on the cliff edge on a night like this. You're up here yourself, sir? I came up to see if there was any sign of the missing boat. Did you see anything? Could you see anything up there? It's pitch black. No. No. I fear they're lost. 4 men gone. Terrible. Oh, you're soaked through. Come. I'll walk back down with you. Will you come, Mr. Smith? This is a terrible time.
The Alterer by Finlay Welsh.
Your door, I believe. Aye. Well, then I'll bid you good night. You know me? Oh, your name's above the door. John Smith, watchmaker. You ken, that's not what I meant. Thomas Buchan, weaver. I've a loom out by. It's a trade, though I dare say a poor skill compared to yours. Out by the flax fields? Aye. The ruins of the flax fields. These months of rain, there's nothing but rot there now. Mud and rotted crops. As sodden as we are. I remember when they were bonny. Blue and bonny. You're chittering, Mr. Smith. You should get dry. Whiskey and a warm fire. We can't have you both sick. Both? Your daughter and yourself. What do you know about Jenny? You know me? You know where I live? It's hardly a mystery, Mr. Smith. There's few secrets in a wee town like this. Folks seize on every new misfortune, and we've had plenty. Crops ruined and the fishing boats grounded. These drownings. And now your lassie. There's a fair few in the town grieving. My daughter is ill, not dead. Aye, just so. We'll go in, Mr. Smith. Whiskey and dry clothes before you catch your death. You have whiskey in the house? No. Well, a saucer of tea will take the chill off you, but it's whiskey you need. Well, I have a bottle at home. I'll be back. Mr. Buchan, there's no need. I'll not be long. Go in, get dry. Damn it. Damn it to hell. Sodden. Soaked and sodden. Dear God, am I capable of nothing? Useless. Feckless and useless. Oh, Jenny, forgive me. How are you, my lamb? Just the same. No change. Pale and still as death. Forgive me, Jenny, I hardly knew what I was doing. It's like a hammer, the wind up there. I looked down into the darkness and heard the waves smashing on the rocks and the spray soaked my face, and I thought I heard you. But it was only your voice in my head. Speak to me, Jenny. Open your eyes. I need you back.
What was he thinking of, Tam?
There's a bottle of whiskey in here, if I remember right.
He's had to look after her on his own. Not in the state he's in.
Mary, we don't know what state he's in. He said he was fine. Maybe he was. Still, I'm taking this whiskey round to him.
And there's bread there.
The man's well nigh frozen. It's not bread he's needing.
I'm thinking about the lassie.
Mary.
We'll take the bread and a pot of broth round in the morning to see what can be done for her. Jenny, I think they said her name was. 14 or 15, she's not a bairn anymore. He can't look after her on his own. She needs a woman there.
Aye. Are you sure you're...
Up to it. The right person to look after a sick bairn.
No, that's no...
Who better to look after a dying bairn?
Aye, well... Don't wait up for me.
You're a good soul.
Aye, so I am. God help her. She's just a bairn.
15.
15? I was thinking 12. She looked so frail.
15 last month, eh, Jenny? This is Mr. Buchan, Jenny. A weaver from out by the flax fields. You remember the flax fields?
She can hear you.
No. Perhaps. I don't know. But I talk to her all the same. Don't I, Jenny? Sometimes I imagine she talks back to me.
She never stirs.
Stirs? Look at her. She's like a corpse. Maybe she dreams. Who can tell?
And Dr. Maitland...
Maitland? He called it morbidity. Comata. Just words. He happed her in damp sheets to cool the humours and let her a deal of blood. But he might as well have sung her hymns for all the difference. He's away to seek advice in Edinburgh.
Well, I'm afraid he won't be back soon. There'll be no crossing the river in this weather.
No. I thought she would be better here. I thought I was doing the right thing.
You're from Edinburgh?
I've been delicate. They said the city was unhealthy. The sea air would give her strength. A grand irony, is it not?
Aye.
The day we arrived, we came over the hill at the back of the town. I was expecting to see the sea, but the brightness of the colours, we hadn't expected that. The white houses and the red of the roofs, and the blue, that blue of the flax fields. Do you mind, Jenny? Pale, breathtaking blue, like a reflection of the summer sky. When she saw that, she gave a laugh and jumped down off the horse and ran down the hill and gathered the flowers in her arms, buried her face in them. I thought then I'd done the right thing, that this was the place for us.
Aye.
Now this. Months of rain, crops ruined, 4 men lost at sea and the rest of the boats tied up. Starvation and ruin. What did I bring her here for? She could have died as readily in Edinburgh.
She won't die, Mr. Smith.
I'm a watchmaker, not a doctor. What can I do?
She won't die. We won't let her die.
That morning with the sun and the flax, it was so bonny. Like a blue lake, full of promise. She was so alive.
Aye, I ken. If we could only go back, eh? But none of us can do that.
No, perhaps not. To go back, though.
What?
To recover the past.
Oh, you're chittering still. Best stay by the fire if you want to avoid a fever.
Why do I make these machines, these timepieces? To torture myself? Watch time wind down, dissolve her life away?
I'll come back in the morning. I'll leave you a drop whiskey. Try to sleep.
If I drop a cup and it shatters, it remains shattered. It cannot reassemble itself. I mean, that is so, is it not?
I dare say. Aye, it is.
What can I do? Reverse the movement? Spin the hands backwards? Nothing. The hands run back, but time runs on. A machine that serves no purpose.
Sleep, Mr. Smith. A warm fire and sleep.
And yet...
Mr. Smith! Are you there? Mr. Smith!
God save us, daylight.
Mr. Smith!
I'm coming! Mr. Buchan.
I'm afraid we've disturbed half the street.
Tom was afraid.
I was asleep.
Might be coming, it's getting wet.
My wife, Mary.
I've brought a drop broth and clean linen for your daughter, Mr. Smith.
Linen.
She's a growing lassie. There's things a man can't do.
She's through there, but she won't eat.
We'll see. No harm in trying her with a bit broth. You have a bowl?
By the fire there.
I'll leave the rest here for yourself. You look as though you could do with it.
Hey, are you all right? You look ill.
Only ill slept.
It's still in your clothes. And the candle's near burnt out.
Damn it to hell, that was my last.
You've been working.
I dozed a while here at the bench.
You should eat. Here. I'll put it up on the bench beside you
For
here.
pity's sake!
What?
Have you no sense? These are delicate pieces, precision made.
Oh, sorry.
There are tiny parts here, minute parts, tolerances of thousandths of an inch.
But I apologise. I'll set it down over here. It was stupid. Forgive me.
Well, you want to know. Here, see for yourself. Use my loop. You fit it in the eye, so. Don't put your fingers anywhere near them. See?
My God. I'd never have believed a man could make such things. Tiny. Perfect. Even the lathe, like a toy. These miniature blades. Amazing. And this? Is this what you've been working on? This is the works of a watch?
Yes. No, that's nothing. An experiment. A gewgaw. A piece of foolishness.
Foolishness?
I couldn't sleep. This is the works of a watch, as you call it. A movement, a normal movement. Still to be given a case and a dial. See? Let me take that.
Oh, beautiful. You're a fine craftsman, Mr. Smith.
Well, I can make finer. Though nothing as fine as Mr. Ellicott or Mr. Tompion or Monsieur Breguet in France. Their watches are true works of art. No, I could never hope to match that.
You should sit down. You're feverish.
We had it right, you know. Long before Newton showed us how the universe is structured, the mathematical perfection of it, we could already make clocks and watches. What Newton showed us was that we're capable of designing machines, engines, that reflect the mind of God himself. Now, that's what you're holding in your hand, Mr. Buchan. A reflection of the mind of God.
I'm sure there's heresy in there somewhere, Mr. Smith. But it is a bonny thing.
You see this? Look here. Mainspring, gear train, balance wheel, escapement. Wheels within wheels. Rotation within rotation. Like the universe.
Aye, true enough.
The stars and the planets. The earth rotates, measures the days, the years. The moon measures the months, controls the tides. Those seas that batter that cliff out there and drag men to their deaths. And here, look. See? The gear train transmits the force of the balance wheel to the main spring. The escapement regulates the pace of the advance, and so the hands turn. Like the earth and the moon, each measures out time. Hours, minutes, seconds.
I'm not sure.
These cogs and wheels mirror the universe.
I suppose.
And if this is a reflection, listen to me. If I were to alter the reflection, what would it then mirror? What universe would be reflected in these workings? If I altered the configuration of these cogs and wheels, what other universe? What other world? One in which perhaps time was altered.
There are no other universes.
Look at this.
Your foolish experiment. What?
What if this could alter the universe?
This is nonsense.
To go back.
Madness.
To go back. To bring her back.
No one can... Well, your foolish experiment is something. What was that?
I don't know. But something happened. You saw that?
Clockwork, that's what happened.
Something will happen.
You were right, Mr. Smith. I could get nothing down there. But at least she's clean and comfortable.
Forget this. Be rational, man. The world is as it is.
We'll look back again tomorrow. Good day, Mr. Smith.
Aye. But I will not have it as it is. Hey, Jenny.
Mr. Buchan! Mr. Buchan!
everything all right?
Did you bring this candle this morning?
What is this?
When you came this morning, you said the candle was near out.
Aye?
You said it yourself, it was still burning. Did you bring this?
No, just the things for Jenny.
No? Well, tell me where it came from then. It was my last.
I don't understand.
It was my last candle. There was only a stub in the holder, and tonight, when I went to light it, it was like this. New, untrimmed.
We brought you no candles.
Well, then you see,
See what?
you didn't bring it. It wasn't there, and then it was. I told you. Something has happened. I must get back. See how Jenny's doing.
Mr. Smith!
Dear God, Jenny. Could it be? Could I have changed it? Could this be a new universe? I took you out and showed you the stars, do you mind? Orion, Draco, Gemini, circles and ellipses, design and structure, like a watch. A great watch wound up and set in motion by God. I hardly knew what I was doing. I could barely see. The candle guttered and threw shadows in the movement. The brass sparkled and the rubies flashed fire, so it flickered and shifted like a mirage. A dream. Could I have changed it? When these storm clouds blow away and the stars come out, will they be different stars? Oh, God help me. Different stars. Jenny! Jenny! Not yet.
He had candles in the house. He just forgot.
How could he have forgotten?
Candles didn't just appear, Tam, out of thin air.
No.
What is it?
He was up all last night, working on a watch, a machine. It's a beautiful thing, Mary.
Aye?
Oh, it's madness, but he thinks it can change things. Cure Jenny, maybe.
The man's raving. Did you see the sweat in him? He's ill. That machine.
Clouds, white lightning, white breakers and black.
Mr. Smith.
I've seen the stars again.
John.
Oh,
John.
Mr. Buckingham. Thomas. What are you doing here? Jenny?
I looked in on her. She's fine.
How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
You were talking in your sleep.
Was I?
We let ourselves in. We thought you might be ill.
Go away. Leave me alone. I need to work.
Work? You're nowhere near well enough to work. You're barely well enough to look after Jenny.
I am looking after her. What do you think I'm doing?
Tinkering with this.
What I told you about, Mary.
Jenny needs care and kindness, not the ticking of a watch.
Something will happen.
Aye, maybe, but I can't see how this can help.
No, you can't. But it's all I know to do, mistress. Now leave me in peace. Something has changed. But not enough.
Speak to him, Tam. I'll see to the lassie.
What you're saying, John, what you said to me the other night, these things aren't possible.
I adjusted the escape.
How can this be rational? A piece of clockwork that alters time, changes the universe?
Not enough time.
All the constellations and planets you were talking about, they belong to God. They're no business of ours. They're God's work, God's creation.
Aye. Aye, he created them, Thomas. He set them in motion, wound them up like a watch, but he doesn't control them. They run according to the laws of nature, as a watch runs.
Aye, so they do. But the laws of nature are fixed. You can't alter them.
No. Or are they? I wonder. Uranus, the new planet.
What?
A few years ago they found a new planet. No one had ever seen it before. It was as if it never existed. Now it's there. And when we look up we see a different sky, you see? A new sky. The universe changed.
And that's just juggling with words. Fever talk. Nothing changed. It's only a watch, a thing for telling the time.
What is time? What's it to Jenny lying insensible in there? Does it pass for her just like that in the blink of an eye? Or is it never ending?
You're torturing yourself.
Where is it? Can you see it? Touch it? If I open one of these watches here, will I find time lurking inside?
Of course not.
No. No more than if I cut open your heart, I'll find your soul. Or your mind if I cut open your brain. But that's where we imagine them. That's where we conceive them to be.
I'm a weaver, no a philosopher. But I ken when I'm listening to Havers. God didn't give us reason as a plaything.
Or a rattle, eh? I see you've read your Tom Paine, Mr. Buchan. Well, damn your reason, Thomas. To hell with your reason. There's more to us than just reason. Imagination. That's what separates us from the beasts. That's what distinguishes us much more than reason. How can there not be other worlds? Different kinds of time, different stars. For these damned storms never happened, and your flax was never ruined. The fishermen didn't drown, and where Jenny's alive and blithering away as she always did, and in just a minute she'll open the door there and come through, and she'll come through, and... Oh, God, help me. I'm lost.
You're sick, is what you are. You should go back to bed. Now come away from here and lie down. Mary, help me with him.
I'm sorry.
She isn't dead, John.
No, I know. Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. You're being as ill and that's hard to bear. I ken that.
Come on, let's get you back to bed. Leave this till you feel better.
Maybe you're right. I'm so hot. Burning and frozen. Fire and ice. Like the stars. Oh, listen to me. Can't think.
I'll make you a hot toddy and we'll keep the fire going. Sweat it out of you.
We'll bide here a while. Keep an eye on Jenny.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Till all the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. Jenny Smith. Wee Jenny Smith. Pretty as a picture.
Come in here, Tam. Shut the door.
How is she?
I lied to him.
Dear God.
She's worse. I've got nothing down there, not even water. She's slipping away, Tam.
Damn these storms. Where's Maitland? We need Maitland here.
Maitland. He was no help before.
Mary.
Well, just because we never speak about it, Tam, doesn't mean I've forgotten.
There's no sense in...
I couldn't even bear to lose another one. Poor Lizzie was a miracle. All the years we waited and I'll let her die. I'll not let this lassie die.
You didn't let her die, Mary. She was ill. She would have died in any case.
No. I never did the one thing that would have saved her.
What one thing? What could you have done?
I don't know. I never knew what it was. I never found it. I never looked hard enough.
There was nothing, Mary. There was never anything. She was ill. She died. It was not your fault.
Well, he thinks this is his fault. At least we can make her comfortable. There should be hot water in the kettle through by.
I'll get it.
Jenny?
It's Thomas.
Thomas?
Oh, I wish you were right, John. I truly wish you were right. That this thing could bring her back to you. But there's no logic, no sense in it. It's beautiful work, though, I'll give you that. John?
And what happened to the water?
Shh. I think he's asleep. It's a bonny thing, is it no, Mary? Look how fine this work is. These wheels, these tiny gears. He made these with his own hands.
Aye, it's a pretty thing. Like a brooch. Shiny. Like gold. But the way he talks about it frightens me.
It's just imagination, Mary.
It wasn't just imagination that made this. It was despair. Oh, God save us! Oh, just... Oh, put it down!
Something will happen.
What?
found the boy.
What boy?
Rab Cullen's boy, William, off the boat that went down. Washed up on the shore a couple of miles down the coast.
Alive? No.
He's alive. He's half drowned, but he'll live.
Thank God. But how could you survive that? 4 days in the water.
I fear he's the only one. The others will likely never be found. How's Smith?
Asleep again, sweating out the fever.
Oh, good.
Tam,
Aye?
when you went out, he asked if something had happened.
Did he? Oh, well, something has. And that thing started up before it did.
Mr. Buchan!
Aye? William!
God save us, William, is it you?
How are you, Mr. Buchan?
I can barely credit. Should you be up and about? It's only been 2 days.
I'm fine. A bit weak, but fine. Thank you.
You shouldn't be out. You'll catch your death.
I think if the sea didn't kill me, a wee drop of rain will do me no harm.
What brings you here, William?
I came to see... Do you care if the watchmaker's in?
You will be. We've brought some things for him. Mr. Smith!
Come in, William.
I'm here, Mary.
Mr. Smith.
This is William Cullen, John.
William Cullen.
The boy from the boat.
William, of course. I'm sorry I've been unwell. I've only just... Thomas here told me you were found in the rocks near the Ness. 2 days since.
Aye. 2 days.
4 days in the water. A miracle, they're calling it. You're a lucky man.
Aye, sir. Suppose I was lucky.
I'm sorry about your father and brothers. Right sorry. Your mother...
She's a fisherman's wife, Mr. Smith. She I kent it could happen. Though to lose 3's hard to throw.
I cannot imagine how hard. Is there something I can do for you, William?
I came to see Jenny.
Jenny?
Can I see her?
You know Jenny?
No. Can I see her?
My daughter's ill, William.
I ken that, Mr. Smith. I heard she was bad. I'm sorry.
She's insensible. Unconscious. She wouldn't even know you were there.
Aye. They told me that.
And why?
Because she saved my life, Mr. Smith. It was Jenny that saved me. We should never have gone out. But we were desperate. We managed fine at the start, though it was hard going. Then all of a sudden the wind came up, blowing hard and freezing cold. I've never seen the sea get up so fast, or so high. Waves as high as the cliff tops. We were lost then. I saw it in my dad's eyes, the way he looked at us. We hung on to the sides, but we knew there would be the one wave. And when it came, it was like being carried up a mountain. And then we fell, and it came down on us, like a mountain. It smashed the scaffy to bits. Pieces of her flew away in all directions. So did we. I hung onto a board and shouted for my dad. Shouted and shouted for Rab and Andra, but there was nothing. Just the wind and the rain pelting the water. I dinna ken how I stayed up. I should have drowned, but I stayed up. I hung on. I sang to myself. Then Jenny spoke to me.
Jenny spoke to you?
I'd seen her down at the shore when we were working at the nets one time. Up on the shore wall, in a green petticoat and her summer bonnet blown back off her head with the wind, laughing and trying to catch the ribbons. I'd never seen anyone. I thought she was that pretty. My dad used to say, pretty as a picture. So she was. That's how I saw her all the time I was in the sea. Pretty as a picture. She talked to me. She told me to hold on. She never stopped till I was safe ashore.
Dear God.
Can I see her, Mr. Smith?
It's been near 2 weeks now.
2 weeks?
Aye.
You hadn't heard?
No. But she was there with me. Right there. Sometimes you wake up from a dream and you think it was real, eh? Maybe that's it.
Yes.
Maybe she was dreaming about me while I was dreaming about her. She'll get better soon though, eh?
No.
John.
She's dying, Mary. You know that as well as I do.
Dying? No.
You'd better go now. I'll see you to the door.
But... Aye.
How will you manage now?
Alex Crockett's offered me a place on his boat.
Oh, he's a good man.
You go back out again after what happened?
What else? It's the only... What's that?
Please, God. Jenny!
What?
You better go.
He said Jenny. As if she...
Go home, William. There's nothing for you to stay here for.
She saved me, Mistress Buchan. I lost my father and my brothers, and she saved me. I hoped that...
I ken what you hoped. I'm sorry. Go home and look after your mother. John?
Just for a moment, I hoped.
I ken.
Pretty as a picture, so she is. So you are, Jenny. It saved him. Why not her? It should have been her.
John.
Why wasn't it her? And then just now, when it engaged again out there, I hoped, even though I know. I came back in here and I thought, she'll be awake, she'll speak to me, and she'll save me like she saved him from this pain. But it still wasn't her. Something changed, but it wasn't her. Dear God, Mary, I can't bear this pain.
It's hard, John, I ken. But you can't give in to it. It'll eat you up if you let it. The pain never goes away. It stays with you. It grows in you.
What?
So you wrap it up, screw it up tight, like a seed in a poke, and you put it away. You hide it. But it's aye there. It's aye there, hey, Jenny.
What are you saying?
It frightens me. That machine of yours.
What?
It's wrong. There's madness in it.
Madness? It's not madness. It's what I know.
I did what I knew. I made compresses and drafts and inhalations out of anything I could lay my hands on. I let the doctor bleed her and sweat her and half drown her in ice till her bones rattle and her skin burned. I prayed to God, and God forgive me, I prayed to the other one as well.
You had a daughter?
Elizabeth. Your only bairn. She was 12.
Lizzie.
There was nothing anyone could do.
Then you know.
Aye. But it's nothing to do with stars and other worlds, John. Nothing to do with that. It's just us. People. Grief and despair and guilt.
The world's hard, John.
Aye, maybe, but if there's an easier one, a better one, should I not look for it?
This is the only world there is.
I altered it. In a way that's never been done before. Changed the entire configuration and things happened. It engaged and the candle appeared. It engaged a second time when the Cullen boy was found alive.
Dear God.
But it should have been Jenny, not William Cullen.
Damn you, John Smith. Listen to yourself. Do you think you're the only one who's ever broken his heart over a bairn?
Listen.
What?
The rain.
What about the rain?
Listen.
At last.
No. No! It should have been her! God damn you, it should have been her! No. Jenny. Oh, God. Jenny.
John? Where are you going, John? As far as I can go. As far as anyone can go. Damn you! John, come back. Please, come away from the edge. Leave me alone. This is not the way. I'm not going to jump, Thomas. Look. See? The machine. Look at it. It's all I knew. Everything. All my skill. But it wasn't what I thought. It was deception. Illusion. Smoke and mirrors. I made this and I felt as if I was working magic. Just a watch movement, but I changed it. My fingers in the candlelight, flickering in the candlelight. And it was altered. It was transformed. And it worked, Thomas. I believed it worked. The candle and William. And now this. Glorious sunshine. Like a new world. Like a whole other world. But never the one I wanted. Never the one thing I wanted. Never Jenny. Come down, John. Come home. We need to tend to things. To Jenny. Deceived. Duped. No! There. No more changes. No more new worlds. That's thirsty work when you're out of the way of it. I'm away to draw some water. Mary? What are you sitting in here in the gloom for? What's this you've got?
Lizzie's clothes.
What is it, Mary?
Were we as mad as him, Tam? As desperate as him? I can't mind being that mad, can you?
No. Maybe we were, though.
I'm heart sorry for him, Tam.
A few days ago you were raging at him.
Raging at him will not do him any good. He doesn't need me raging at him. He doesn't deserve that. At the graveside he looked wandered, lost. Never caught anybody's eye.
I saw him.
Like he was ashamed.
Ashamed?
He fought that hard, Tam. Or maybe it was just madness, but he fought hard. And he lost.
What is it, Mary?
You mind Lizzie and Miss Petticoat? It was aye too big for her.
I mind.
And this shawl. My mother made this for her. She loved this shawl.
Aye, she did.
Will you light a fire at the back? The wood should be dry enough now.
You don't need to burn them, Mary.
I can. But I don't need to keep them anymore. I think I was as mad as him. I thought there was that one thing that would have saved her. That one thing I missed. I thought I just never looked hard enough for it. But there never was anything, was there?
No.
You were right. Some things we can't change. Trying to just makes you mad. Light the fire, Tam.
The sky's full of stars again, Jenny. Draco, Gemini, Orion, mind? Just the same. Nothing different. Just the old, familiar stars. Ellipses and circles.
I saw you were at your bench.
Thomas.
It's been a while. We haven't seen you since the funeral.
No.
What can I see?
Just tinkering. Keeping my hands busy.
Tinkering.
It's a watch, Thomas. Just a watch.
Ah.
I used to dandle her on my knee. Burl a watch like this on the end of its chain. She used to love the way the light caught it. Made it flash and sparkle as it spun. At night, with the candle guttering, what did I imagine would happen?
Something happened. Look at the sunlight in the room. Is it not a bonny day? Like a world reborn, eh? You said yourself, a new world. They're planting flax and barley again. The boats are back out. William's out there in one of them.
William.
Mm-hmm.
William. He said it was Jenny saved him.
Aye, he did. What is it?
He came to see her, and she was already gone. He lost Jenny as well, Tam. He lost her too.
Mr. Smith? I wanted to ask you. Aye? You said Jerry spoke to you. Those 4 days you were in the sea. She spoke to me, Mr. Smith.
I wouldn't be here if she hadn't.
But how could she? You saw her, insensible, lying in her room for 2 weeks, even before you said sail.
Aye.
You mean you imagined it? You conjured her up?
I can. It's not possible. She couldn't have. Just my imagination, but if that's the case, Mr. Smith, then imagination's different from what I thought it was. She spoke to me. She was there.
She was in the sea with you?
No, it was like we weren't in the sea. Somewhere else. Some other place.
Other worlds?
I thought we'd be together. We talked about it. Me coming home with the day's catch and Jenny waiting for me. And then when I came to the house and saw her lying there, I couldn't understand it. I expected her to speak to me, to wake up and speak to me. And then you said she was going to die.
I'm sorry, William.
And then, I think maybe I did just imagine it. Maybe it was just hope, dreams. The world's not like that, is it? Except in stories.
That's what they say, William. I'm not so sure.
Neither am I, Mr. Smith. You ken what I do?
What?
I make it real. I think back to the 4 days and I mind every minute of them. And they're as clear as day. They were real then. All the things Jenny and me said to one another. And they become real again. And it's enough.
Is it? Enough?
Aye.
Aye. Maybe it is.
There.
Can I see? Ah, this is fine work, John.
It is just a watch, though.
Just a watch. Though I never imagined it would turn out like this. I tried to make a machine to bring her back, but you were right. Nothing can bring her back. But this might just be enough.
Tremendous work. Silver?
Silver, aye.
And this in the case here. Chasing?
Repoussé.
Repoussé.
Oh, look at this tan. Fishes and shells and crabs and dolphins.
Dolphins. Open it. Here.
Picture on the dial. Oh,
Enamel. It's the best enamel work I've ever done.
this is...
What do you see? Tell me.
I don't think I can.
A town. By the sea. White houses and red roofs. It could be here.
It is here.
A fishing scaffy out in the water. The lowering the sail as she heads in towards the shore. Oh, and here...
And up here on the hill, behind the town, a young lassie, looking out to sea, out over the rooftops towards the sea. A young lassie in a green petticoat and a summer bonnet.
In The Alterer, Smith was played by Cal McAninch, Buchan by Liam